charm?
I don't know, maybe. Alright, look it up.
Mine still says upcoming.
Come on, jerk. Hang on, everybody.
Ooh,
Jeez.
He got right next to us, too.
Did.
Oh, my goodness.
Jerk. And he there was nobody next to him.
No, I know, I saw.
All right, take 3.
Mine says upcoming. Why does it say upcoming?
I don't know.
It should say live by now.
It should say live by now. It's gonna get hot because we're using it as a hotspot, so you're just gonna have to watch the power.
I'm aware.
Same thing with my phone that we've undone. Well, shall we catch everybody back up again?
Yeah, well, nobody's here yet, so I guess there's probably still says upcoming like mine did. I don't know.
We'll have a little bite.
That's potent.
So third attempt at streaming the drive live. First one, we ran into problems because we're in the middle of the country and had no service. Second time, I have no idea what happened. Our phones all have plenty of signal, and all of a sudden it shut off. The only thing that I can think of is that the phone overheated, or was overheating. The phone that's doing the videoing in the live broadcast is my normal phone that's connected to cell service and all that stuff. I have a phone in my lap that we're using for GPS, but I have that one tied to the hotspot of the main phone, which will make a phone hot. So I wonder if it was just overheating the phone and crapping it out. I don't know. It didn't show it.
No, it showed that everything was perfectly normal.
Yep. So,
although we know that's not the case.
Yeah.
John L. says, safe journey, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, John L.
Appreciate that.
To the third stream.
Right. Patricia says, here.
Right. Good Lord.
Oh, my goodness. Well, like you said, it wouldn't be one of our videos if we didn't have issues.
Yeah, I can just, the only thing is because the phone overheated or something.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Patricia said, had enough time to shower for the office in the morning. Yikes.
Well, fortunately, traffic is, thin here. It's not very congested. And the shoulders are wide enough, so we were able to pull over fairly quick once we truly determined that nothing was going through. So I was able to end the last stream and create the third one.
John says, quiet roadway.
Yeah, this one's quiet. I mentioned it in the last stream, so I'll repeat it here for you guys. The GPS from where we started to get back towards Cape Canaveral, Central Florida area, it wants to take us sort sort of down through Tennessee and Atlanta and all that stuff, and I just don't like pulling the RV through Atlanta.
I don't like driving a normal car through Atlanta.
It doesn't bother me as much if it's just the car. You know, we're just the truck by ourselves. But I'm just over 60 feet long with the RV on the back, and you do frequently have to change lanes. And anyway, so we chose a different route. It's only really about a 40-mile difference, but it is taking us back to 95 through Charlotte. So for the moment, I don't necessarily want to use the term zigzagging, but we're zigzagging our way back towards North Carolina.
Bev says it was funny because I said you were still live and we could chat, but nothing coming from your end. Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, very weird. That's why we decided, well, we're gonna try and use my phone as a hotspot and see if that helps. I don't know, and start another stream.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
John says I would rather drive longer distance than go through traffic.
Yeah.
And Patricia says Atlanta is crazy. When I was young, we circled Atlanta for an hour. Hope they fixed that. Was heading to the Keys. I was 14 years old then. Ha ha ha.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they have.
I think traffic's even worse. Because Atlanta's so much bigger than it was.
Right? Yeah, like 14 different lanes of traffic, and it's a mess. Atlanta is my least favorite place to drive.
Yeah. Yes.
Followed, I think, by Dallas.
So I think because we're taking an alternate route, we're not on an interstate. You know, we're not on one of the blue roads. We're on a U.S. highway, so you know, signal's fine. But I think it's going to be a prettier drive.
Oh, I think so too.
Of course, the sun's setting, so we're not going to be seeing too much here shortly, but I would like to get back to the blue roads sooner than later, because of course once it gets dark, wildlife starts coming out.
Oh, that's true. Oh yeah, definitely. Patricia says, I just remembered my mother's marriage almost ended because of Atlanta. Oh man.
Atlanta. Yeah, like I said, I was saying, with if it's just a truck, I can obviously change lanes easy, this, that, or whatever. It's not a big deal. You know, I hate dealing with traffic anyway, but it's part of driving. It's okay. But when you're 60 plus feet long, you just can't change lanes.
Not easily.
No.
John says, when is embarkation?
It is Sunday. So
Sunday.
As long as I'm feeling safe enough to stay awake for the entire drive, we'll get back to Central Florida tomorrow afternoon sometime, and then start preparing for the trip.
Bev says Atlanta, another city where I've only been to the airport. And Mr. Cruise Fever says, when we cruise, we do off-site parking.
I've never done that. I've always just parked on, you know, in the port, if you will.
You know, I think if we weren't rushing, to get as many room videos as we can. I think it might be a different story for us.
Maybe. Because it's hard with the truck. Because I got the topper on the back. We're so tall.
Yep.
So wide. We can't get into the parking garages. So we need surface parking.
Right.
Not just that. It's not, for me, it's not about the rushing. It's about all the stuff we're traveling with.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't just a couple of bags for clothing.
That's true too. Yeah, we bring all of our YouTube gear.
Yeah. It's the couple of bags for clothing. It's the 2 suitcases, 2 backpacks, and the tall stand.
Patricia says going to be doing Uber for November. Let someone else deal with those roads.
Nice. Well, you're flying in, so that's a good thing to do.
Yeah. Absolutely. Patricia says we'll be in Miami for several days before, at least.
Oh,
At
nice.
least. Yeah, several days. I like that. We always tell everybody you should at least one day before.
Yes. Too many horror stories of people missing cruises for ABC reasons.
Right. Better to be there.
Right.
Johnston, New York. Too much money. Next May, we'll rent a car in Massachusetts and drop off near the Manhattan Cruise Terminal. Car for a day under $100. Yeah, car for a day under $100. Nice. That's a lot.
Not New York prices.
Yeah, Manhattan Cruise Terminal. Car for a day under $100. Patricia says we want to mini vacation there in the Art Deco area.
Oh yeah, go down to South Beach.
Yeah, very pretty.
Yeah, we love South Beach. Not fond of Miami proper, but love South Beach.
Yeah, South Beach it's got a unique vibe.
Yep. It's all Art Deco down there.
This says, only once have I ever flown in the day of. Carnival shuttle from Fort Lauderdale Airport and had to wait for them. Mr. Cruise Fever says Port Canaveral area has off-site parking, is on service, no garage parking.
On surface.
On surface. Surface. Patricia says we are staying in South Beach.
Perfect.
Very nice. Yeah, you should enjoy that. And John says, we'll rent a car to get to New York instead of leaving the car in New York for $300.
Yeah, we flew into New York and Ubered to Bayonne to get on, was it the Allure? Because we did transatlantic over to Europe.
It was what was it? Was it the Ovation? What ship was it?
I think it's the Allure, wasn't it?
No, it
I
wasn't
don't know.
Allure. I can't remember the name of the ship now.
Whatever. And then when we were on the Aqua, we were supposed to go to Boston. Anthem of the Seas. There we go.
Yes.
I know it was an A ship. But because of the storm and stuff and the diversion and the extra 3 days, we went to New York, so we Ubered to the airport. So, yeah, that was it. When we did the Anthem, that's the only time that we flew that we came in day of. When I was scheduling everything out, we took the first flight out of Florida, which was like, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning. We got there like 8 o'clock in the morning, and there was another 7 flights that would have gotten us there in enough time to get on the ship. So I felt comfortable enough doing the day of.
If we would have missed one flight, we had 7 other options for the same day.
Right, and it wasn't winter time, just so it wasn't worried about a snowstorm or anything like that.
Bev says they were delaying embarkation to clean and had to wait even when we finally got there. That was when they flew in the day of. To Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Actually, didn't we... yes. I'm going to recant my statement. We've done it twice. The second time was actually the Aqua, but we had done their...
Yeah, it was their air.
Their flights. So, we're sort of on their time. But again, we also arrived there at, we were the first ones there. The airport was just opening. So we actually had to sit and wait for several hours before the first transport was available to take us to the port.
That's true.
But we didn't make those reservations. They did.
John says, stay safe. I will check back in later.
All right, John.
Sounds good.
We'll be here. I'm not sure where, but heading on down the road.
And Bev said, it was also 17 years ago. I would not try it now.
Yeah, flying was different. I mean, just in post-pandemic, everything's been hubbed, centralized, if you will, right? So all the major airlines have their hubs, and so there's not as many direct flights as there used to be. So they'll fly a smaller plane to the hub, and then a smaller plane to final destination. Now, if you live in one of these hubs, of course you still have direct flights because it's the hub. Lane closed ahead.
There's been a lot of that already.
Yep. Traffic, keep left, next 2 miles. Okay.
Alrighty then.
I sure do hope, though, that we get back onto a major blue road, because we're going to be needing gas at, some point.
True.
Ain't like we're pulling into the local gas station.
No, not likely. Bev said we are actually fairly lucky flying out of Toronto with flying a Canadian airline. We can get direct to most major cities. Nice. Trish says, I live very close to Toronto International Airport, so many times the airport bus passes my house, and I think one day I'll just go over and take any flight.
There you go. Right lane closed when we got over here, but it's
I know.
not longest warning for a lane closure I've ever seen.
Patricia says, airplanes fly by and I shout out off of my balcony, hey, where you going? And Tom says, I'm back. Hi, Tom. That was
Hey, buddy.
short. That was a short little getaway. It's not even dark yet.
Nope. It's getting there.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Patricia says, are we still in Ohio?
Yes. We are still in Ohio. I think we're approaching the city of Chillicothe.
I was wondering how to pronounce that.
Yeah, I don't think it's coffee. I think it's Chillicothe.
I was going with Coof.
After 1.5
Could- could be.
Chillicothe sounds more like it.
Chillicothe,
It
Chillicothe.
flows. Chillicothe doesn't. Tom says, are you going to bypass the Tar Heel state?
You know, interestingly enough, I didn't pay attention to all the states we're going through to get.
The main thing on your mind was not going through Atlanta.
Yeah. I just didn't want to go into Georgia.
Oh, only 40 miles and it doesn't go through Atlanta? Perfect. Let's go there.
Yeah. And stick with us and see all the states we hit. Well, I don't. If somebody wants to pull up a map, look from Dayton and draw somewhat of a straight line from Dayton to
Now keep left towards
Charlotte.
S35
that's where we're headed.
Follow the road.
Patricia, you're trying me, girl. She wants to hear my pronunciation of this one. Will you be heading near Wapakoneta? Wapakoneta? They had the best space museum there.
Well, like Lisa said, I only know I'm not going through Atlanta.
Wapakoneta. Yeah. You're trying me, girl.
You should be pretty good at those names because, like some of the Florida names are crazy. With a Lacucci.
I know. She says Wapakoneta. All right. Well, I was close. Patricia says, not bad for a Canadian, eh?
Hey.
State is Wapakoneta.
Railroad Russell. I know y'all couldn't see it.
That's way off to the right, and the camera's looking forward, so sorry. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed it for you. Patricia says most folks think I'm from Michigan. Accent, I guess.
What if we could stream at 360?
Oh. We're gonna have to investigate that. Interesting.
No,
I
I don't think so. First of all, the camera I don't think has a way to connect.
Yeah, we'd have to have a different kind of mount.
No,
I think.
it would work in there.
It would work in there?
I believe so.
I guess we would just turn it
Turn it
the
the
other
other way.
direction.
Yeah. Would have to connect through something. I mean, this would just dial it up on the phone.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out, won't we? That'd be kind of cool. Tell everybody, hey, look to your right. Everybody zooms to the right. That'd be kind of cool.
Right?
Yeah. Bev says, Patricia, Saskatchewan. Isn't that the stump the American place named? Isn't that the stump the American place name? Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Well, the sun,
It is.
see some of the red in the clouds in front of us a little bit.
Yeah. Let me see if I can do something with that here. All right, so you guys can see the sunset here. Let's see if I can do that. Hang on. Not working out very well, is it?
I don't think it's going to close.
Yeah,
There
there
you
we
go.
go. There's the sunset behind us.
All right.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised we haven't seen McCready yet.
True. Bev says, pretty close, Lisa. You guys can say that. The final week, the sunset.
Oh, God. Excuse me. Big bump and a burp. What is this?
I don't know. It's a big,
Like
Big
a driveway
wall.
entrance to the. No, it's.
yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's just something manor. What is that?
Maybe some kind of hotel or something.
No. No idea.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
It's a great location right on top of the
Yeah.
hill. You know it's got to be a pretty sunset when you see the clouds opposite of the sunset that are turning.
Right.
Hi, Valerie. She says hello, everyone.
What's up, Valerie? How are you today?
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the third stream of the drive.
Yep.
First two failed.
Miserably. Valerie says, I'm doing well, LOL. I just got on. I forgot you were going to, live for your drive.
Yeah. And we started around 5:30. And like idiots that we are, we turned the camera on like immediately, forgetting we were in the middle of nowhere. And so, though the phone looked like we were on, it ran for 25 minutes and then it just shut off. So, then it took us about a half an hour to find some place to pull over because we were kind of in and around cities and it was trafficking and stuff. Anyway, so we started the second one. That one was going great, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
Yeah.
Or it stopped for you guys.
Everything looked fine on our end.
Yeah, the phone didn't give us a buffering thing. Or it just was running. So I don't know if it overheated or what. So we made some setting, found a place to pull over again. That was rather quick. Made some setting changes and
Trying it again.
take 3.
Yep,
Third time's a charm.
that's right.
Oh wow, is that fog setting in already, or is that smoke from something?
I'm not sure. I think it's smoke. I don't think it's cool enough to be fog, is it? Not like that.
65. It's got to be smoke.
I think it's
Yeah.
smoke because I don't see it anywhere else. Valerie says, "Are you now?"
We're still in Ohio somewhere. We're heading southeast,
Oh yeah, that's definitely smoke.
and we'd started off from sort of the Dayton area, a little bit north of Dayton. It's about a 1,000-mile drive. I think we've driven about 120, 130 miles so far, something like that.
I'm thinking we're getting pretty close to getting out of Ohio, but I'm not sure where we're at.
Yeah.
I think we're going through.
We're taking a slightly different route than GPS would suggest you take, only because GPS is suggesting we go through Atlanta and we don't want to go through Atlanta. So the second route was just a few miles longer, like 40 miles longer. Oh geez, look at this, expressway ends again.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Anyway, so we're sort of heading southeast, almost kind of in a direct line towards Charlotte. So we're heading towards East Coast and going to get on 95, down back into Florida. Oddly enough, we're making a big loop because it's. I know we didn't stream when we left Florida, heading up to towards Virginia, but we went up 95, up through Charlotte, and so we're sort of just completing a circle. It'll look like a little balloon with a stick on the bottom with a string, because we're doubling back. Scares me that the expressway is ending.
I know, and it's
What does that actually mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I was thinking that because we were at exit 1, that we were going to be crossing over to another state, but I didn't see any signs. But we're at exit 127 now, so let's.
We're 10 miles until GPS does something.
How are we?
So this might be one of these. Okay, it's no longer the interstate, but it's just a connector. I don't know why. The road hasn't changed.
Well, according to Terrible Tom, we're at Chillicothe.
Still?
Ohio, yeah. Yes, we're still in Ohio. Yeah, and we really didn't look to see exactly where we were going, only that it was going to be 40 miles longer and it didn't go through Atlanta. So We're just along for the drive.
Yeah. At least you're going to get to see a little bit of this before it gets completely dark.
Right? This is really pretty.
Yeah. I do believe we're going to have a lot of this for the next couple of hours.
I'm thinking we might be
Through the
right.
mountains.
Yeah. Which hopefully it stays light a little bit longer.
Jesus in the Hills camp.
I saw that. Valerie says it's always flat.
Right?
We're with you.
We understand.
We sure do.
Entering distracted driving safety corridor. 20 miles. Zero tolerance. Okay. Whatever that means.
That means you better not sway it, or they're going to come and get you.
The fines are doubled.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. They do that too.
I mean, I still see a lot of semis, so, you know, we're not, out here by ourselves.
Tom Berg says flatter here in Phoenix.
Yeah, right?
PHX, I'm assuming that's Phoenix.
Yeah. The other thing that sucks going through the mountains is signal.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Look at that arrest area.
Wow. That's the first one we've seen that wasn't closed.
Yet we're not on the interstate. We're even technically a highway at this point. Next rest area, 32 miles. Okay. $61 degrees.
All right, well, that's what happens when you get in the mountains a little bit.
Oh, rest areas on the left. Interesting.
That is interesting.
It's like Florida rest areas on the turnpike.
So we have two Toms on. We have Tom Burke in Phoenix. We have Tom says, sounds like you're heading to Charleston, West Virginia and Buckley, West Virginia. That could be. Because I feel like that's what I was wondering if it was if we were going to hit West Virginia.
I don't think so.
No?
Because, well, maybe. I don't know. Because we're coming in from the west side. I don't think we're going to... who knows?
I'm thinking we're going to go through West Virginia, which is beautiful, but I'm